Okay, so after 6 years of drumming, it's taken me this long to buy my first cymbal. So let's have a look at it and talk about some things that I think you should be thinking about when buying your first cymbal. Right, as you can see, we're pretty high tech on this channel. Basically, what I'm going to be running you through is the 3 parts of buying a new cymbal. Starting off with picking it, which is probably the most fun part. Buying it, probably the most scary part. Using it to keep it as fresh as possible for as long as possible, and maybe even keeping it better as it goes through its lifetime. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so that first step of picking a cymbal can definitely seem pretty daunting. So I'm going to get mine out and talk you through what I was thinking of when I was scrolling through that seemingly endless sort of feed of cymbals. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so here we are, my new sort of baby, if you will. This is an Istanbul Agop Jazz Ride Special Edition 22-inch. And yeah, it's a pretty beautiful cymbal. Lathe, hand-hammered marks, absolutely unreal cymbal. So for me, I'm a jazz drummer. I wanted a sort of darker cymbal, so that sort of set me off where I wanted to go immediately, away from the sort of Zildjian A's that you're going to typically see for your jazz drumming, for your rock drumming, and towards these sort of darker, more complex cymbals that you typically get in jazz drumming. Alright, so then moving on, if I put this one to one side, what do you want from your cymbal? Again, that's really going to depend. To narrow it down, what type of music do you want to be playing? Rock, jazz, funk, pop, anything like that. That's going to narrow you down further. Do you want it to last long? Do you want it to be really ticky? Or do you want that to be sort of shimmering and lasting like a really thin cymbal? Or do you want a really heavy cymbal? Lots of things to think about and definitely do your research on before you go and even start looking for your cymbal. Okay, moving on to buying, definitely the most stressful part for me, as ideally no one wants to get ripped off for £300–400. So I've noted down 3 things that you should definitely be thinking about. If you're buying from a big chain website, you want to be looking for that low price, ideally. No one wants to be ripping off an arm for a cymbal that you're going to be combining with other ones anyway, so you're going to be spending a lot of money on these cymbals if you were going to deck all of them out. Next up, if you're going from a site like eBay, you want to be looking for a high rating. You want to be making sure you're not going to get scammed and nothing's going to turn up in the post and you've sent them your £300–400. And finally, the most important part for me is actually having a video of the cymbal. You want to know exactly what that sounds like. You want to know that it's the right cymbal for you and that it's not going to turn up and then you're going to be like, this one really isn't for me and I wish I'd picked another one. And finally, onto the part that everyone wants to be at straight away without the fuss, is the using part. So I'm going to take you over to the kit and show you what you should be doing with your cymbal to make sure it lasts for as long as possible. Okay, quick detour on the way to the kit. I'm going to show you the equipment you need to maintain your cymbal. Ideally have yourself a cymbal, because that's the whole point of the video. And you're going to need these, which is, this thing is a little bass. Pop that on the kit. That will definitely come with the kit, by the way. Next off, you're going to need yourself a felt, another one here. Pop that on next. Then I like to double up with my felt, but this one is a special felt as it has a cymbal sleeve in it, which is really important to stop keyholing, which is where this whole area comes out of the cymbal from where all the weight is pushing it against the metal and cutting through it. You can get these on Amazon for about a tenner, as you can see here. Make sure you have that on your kit, otherwise you'll end up with a massive keyhole. Next up is to put your cymbal on. It's going to be fun doing this on camera, trying to get it in the hole first try. There we go. Straight on the kit. And I do like to put felt on the top, just to be safe. Extra safe, double up on the bottom, and one on the top. So there you are now ready to play your cymbal. Alright, just a last little note before we sign off today is about cleaning. There's a bit of a debate on whether you should clean or not clean your cymbals. Personally, I tend to avoid it. If you're going to clean it, just small cloth, just wipe off the dust and stuff. If you leave it out, obviously if you have a cymbal for 10 or 20 years, it can develop a sort of patina, which can make it a bit darker, but that's just a preference. I'm going to probably not clean my cymbals because I do like them to sound quite dark and complex, but again, that's all just personal preference. And yeah, so to sign off, I hope this video was useful in some way to everyone, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.